We're going to show a couple ways that you could create your own placement line for the lace heart. So I'm going to go ahead and open the design. Now this has just been copied and pasted to a flash drive. So on the Brother machine, you can simply just paste a PES file to a flash drive. It can be in a subfolder if you want. You can create your own subfolders. You just basically copy and paste a design that you've downloaded. So I'm going to open the heart design and press set. So now I've got the design with the 3 different color changes that it has. If I want to just simply add an outline, that's an option. I'm going to go to add. And you have a whole category of shapes for appliques. So for example, there's an outline, then there's a matching satin stitch, different decorative stitches. So you can create all kinds of appliques by yourself with all of these shapes that are in the machine. If I select the heart, here's an outline of a heart. I can just select that and press set. And I'm going to go ahead and zoom into here so that you'll be able to see it, maybe not quite that much. And I'm going to select the heart, and then I can go in and edit, and I can just resize that until I get it so that it will provide a placement line for me. And you can see that that's going to give me a nice placement that I can just go ahead and put it on my stick and sew it out. But right now it's going to sew, because I brought it in on top of the heart, it's going to sew second. So I'm going to go to my reorder, I'm going to select the heart, and I'm going to bring it forward, so now it's going to sew first. You can press OK, and then you could just go to embroidery to sew that out, or you could save it to your memory for later. So that's one option. It's going to sew the whole shape, and since the lower part is going to sew on the Wet and Gone tacky and get washed away anyway, we could still use that just for a real quick placement line. But we're going to show you how to make your own placement line for any shape, because maybe you don't have a matching shape in the machine. So I'm going to delete the outline that I just created. So another option is to take your design, and in the edit screen, I'm going to touch this icon. It's going to create an outline automatically around my shape. And all I'm going to do is just save that to memory. And that is now saved into my design center, into the stamp pattern list. I'm going to press OK. And we're going to go right into my design center. And I'm going to go right here is where I find the stamp pattern list. And you'll see, again, there's all kinds of shapes that you can create your own outlines and shapes here as well. So this is where you could add quilt patterns inside or outside the shapes. For now, we just really want the outline itself. To recall the one I saved, I have to go to the same icon where I saved it, which is right here. And here's the design that I just saved. You can see I've done a couple options here. I'm going to press OK, and now it's brought in. Now this is just an outline, it's not stitches, so I need to turn this into stitches. So again, I'm going to zoom in here, and I really just need the top of the heart, so I'm going to erase the bottom of the heart. So I can go to my eraser right here. You've got a rounded shape and you've got a square. I'm going to go ahead and just change it to the square, maybe make it just a little bit bigger, and then I can just simply just get rid of part of the heart that I don't need. So I can go ahead and just erase that and press OK. Now this icon will give me my options. I'm going to want an open line, and I want a straight line. So you've got all kinds of stitches where you can add decorative stitches around, and we'll cover that in some other lessons. Right now I just want an outline, and it's going to be open. You could also change the color if you wanted as well. And I'm going to use the stylus that they give us. And I'm just going to literally trace over the line. And then I'll hit next. And this has now converted this into a stitch. I'll press set. It's now been converted to an embroidery design, and it's going to go back to my edit screen. I press OK, and now I've got my outline. So now I'm going to add back my lace heart. And now I can see, and I could zoom in a little bit here again. And I might want to bring it down just a little bit. So I'm going to select go into edit and select the outline. And I'm going to bring that down just a little bit. And maybe even make it just a little bit smaller since it was completely outlined there. And that should work well. And I'll go ahead and I can save that to my memory. And then I'm ready to, I press embroidery, I'm ready to sew it out.